let us continue playing Suikoden, and I believe we are now getting ourselves ready for the final events of the game. We might even finish it this video. I forget how long the last dungeon is, but let's waste no time. We have the 108 Stars of Destiny. Commander Tir. This will be our final battle. Your orders? My orders are to wait a minute. I must win money off Gaspar to pay for this war. On second thought, no, let's go. Yes, sir. So, Yuba, the Liberation Army is here. Liberation Army. Against our 100,000 troops, you can hardly call them an army. Master Tir, we have spotted the enemy. They number about 100,000. 100,000? Impossible. How could that be? Most of the 100,000 must be monsters that my sister Windy conjured up. I will return the monsters from whence they came. Rune of the Gate. Return those monsters to the Netherworld. You mean you could have saved the entirety of... You realize monsters are roaming the countryside as it is, and you could have dealt with them instantly at any time? So, Yuba, the monsters are vanishing! What? It must be Lady Windy's sister. Don't worry. She will never be able to defeat Lady Windy's sorcery. It's no good. I don't have enough power to defeat my sister. The Soul Eater? You mustn't. You must never use that rune. Inheritor of the Rune of the Gate, I will lend you power. Because while one true rune couldn't be used, another true rune could. Lend your inhuman power, the power that tears the sky apart to this person. Zayuba! Don't be afraid. Even without the monsters, we're still at an advantage. Forward march. The last battle. And well, hopefully the last time we get blinded by the blinking effects. You scum. You dare defy me. I'll kill you all. No, wait. Woof. I don't know why Kurumimi was chosen for that particular comeback, but hey. Alright, we'll begin with the Dragon Knights. As long as they don't use bow, this should do automatic damage without any sign of effect. No, they bow. Wow. So long, dragons. Merchants? The blood of youth is bubbling back. Has this actually worked once during the playthrough thus far? I'm not sure. Okay, well, so we have failed again. What I should have done with this, I should have used ninjas first and then found out from there. Alright, let's find out. So, trick one. Okay, next time, enemy is planning a charge attack. We will therefore go for magic attack. May the 100 runes within me do something. I have no idea what. And it's my cave. 5,000 damage. Alright, ninjas. This plan is Yuba's charge. Interesting. I don't know what that does. It's obviously a special effect. We could go counter charge. See the power of the science. Here's the plan. Make sure you obey it. Alright. So charge attack powers up. Now, in theory, if we wanted to beat charge, we should go with magic again, but I have a feeling Yuba's one's going to be special. Therefore, I should go with bows and make sure I definitely do some damage. But if I do the same effect, that should work as well. By the honor of Maximilian's Knights! Okay, so we actually won that battle, which is nice. Alright. Let's go for one additional shot of ninjas. Find out what they're doing. And then we're on to the Thieves. Alright, so just the charge attack. That's fine. We can go for magic. I see. So I want to see my magic. Bing! 4,000 dead. Do 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 do. The next plan is I didn't see it coming. Alright, fine. Well, since we didn't see it coming, we're actually going to use a bow attack, because I'm fairly certain that'll do damage regardless of things, and obviously we counter magic. Let's see what else we can do with arrows. Okay, we actually countered the magic, so perfect. But it would have done some damage either way. That being said, I think we're kind of set up now anyway. Next to no point, but we'll probably just bow the entire way of this rest of this battle if it comes to it. I'm still pretty good. Take 200. Yep, okay, fine. I'll beat anyone who gets in my way. And they did magic again, so victory is ours. Nope, that last one is determined. And also, I just realised I was standing in the middle of the battlefield. Congratulations! We have more slaughtered. Hundreds of thousands. 800,000 anyway. Damn. This is the end. This is it. The end of this country. Ah, well, I won't miss it much. Commander Tir, I was just in time. My name is Hanzo, leader of the ninjas of Rokkaku. We hid out in the fields until this moment arrived. Chief Hanzo, you survived! Yes, but we had to keep it a secret. I'm sorry. Oh, no. You have come far, Commander Tir. We of the Warriors Village have come to give you a hand, after the battle has already been won, of course. It's been a wonderful war. Yes, indeed. Hey, Tir, no time to hear the old man's stories. Let's charge into Gregminster. Welcome home. Here we are, Tir, back in Gregminster. Under very different circumstances from the time we escaped. Now we have to do is take Emperor Barbarossa's head. Let's do it, Tir. Tir, I'm the commander. Take me with you. I want to avenge Odessa's death with my own hands. Okay, so Victor and Blick are going to be confirmed. There is a special bonus for whoever is the highest level person who goes through into the next party, but we're going to kind of just build... I'm just going to build this fairly normally, I think, here. We're going to take on... I think we actually could take luck with us. Give us some high-level magic abilities towards the end. We can also go with, I think... Yeah, let's take Tengo with us. Tengo's a really powerful mage for the back row. And I guess we should probably take Kai for group attacks. However, I feel we're probably going to be fine as is. Sonya's a reasonable mage, but she's not going to be part of anything we're doing going forward. Yeah, so it might just end up being Kai here, or... don't know. Maybe I can go with Sheena with Lightning. Sheena actually is a reasonable mage. Okay, but we'll leave that alone. Lolly, we didn't give any magic to. It isn't that great anyway. Tahoe a counter rune. Take Cleo with us, I suppose, but I'm not sure. Oh, actually, no. There's one person we've got to take with us. Although we've done nothing to upgrade his equipment. For thematic purposes, we're going to put Gremio in the party. Please watch out, Commander Tir. Well, the Imperial army is defeated. The Emperor himself is a very powerful man.
Master Matthew, don't strain yourself any further. You shouldn't be outside. Tir, please fulfill my sister Odessa's dream.
Well, this is fine. We're actually going to leave. That's us achieving the dream, right? But now we're going to rest up and we're going to make sure Gremio's got reasonable equipment. And then we are going to go for this. And while we're at it, we will rest to make sure that we have... Actually, what equipment do you have on you right now? Nothing. Perfect. We did need to come here. We definitely don't need the prosperity rune though, but I don't know what else we can give you. You're not... Romeo is not a mage either. So you can do with the ability to have free magic slots on people. At least gives you far more options, even with bad mages. And allows the utility runes to be much more effective. Well, to be used much more effectively, but generally speaking. That being said, not everybody has access to multi-runes, but... let's go for... Where are we? Guard ring, and let's do 2. Gremio doesn't need shields. Dragon armor doesn't have shields. 2 guard rings, and then we just need to go and actually give him a better rune. What do we have in terms of runes we've got on here? We have a flowing crystal, which would give us some basic healing stuff. Okay, let's work. We want to remove Gremio's prosperity crystal. We will attach the flowing crystal to Gremio. Yeah, he is not a mage in any way, shape, or form, really, but, you know, it's extra healing. We might actually find a use for that. And then we just need to sharpen the weapon. Well, I don't know why I asked you, actually. You're not... There you go. Sharpen the weapon. I don't think Gremio isn't. I mean, Gremio does have a sort of cameo in the Suikoden game, from what I remember of the thing. I've never actually done it myself, but I've seen videos of the benefits you get and the extra bit of story that applies if you have played through Suikoden 1 and passed the save over. So it's not entirely spoiler-free, but I've never actually done it myself properly, so stuff and things to find out. I'm fairly certain Gremio is around, but I don't know if he joins the party or not. I imagine not, because he wasn't on the guide that as one of the characters who we can transfer over. Anyway, take us back to Gregminster. We have battle to do. I also like the creepy hints of the original town music in the background. Also, the... Why, welcome, invaders! Buy our stuff! Let's actually make sure everybody has a mega medicine at least. Why am I carrying all these old books? Alright, I know what I should have done. I should have just used the thing. But fine. Actually, let's sell off everything we're definitely not going to use, so... Don't need the spark crystal, don't need that, don't need an extra headgear. Don't need a spare lightning crystal. Don't need a spare wind crystal. Don't need a spare earth crystal, and we definitely don't need the prosperity crystal actually anymore. Okay. And the big question is, do you have any better armor? And if you do, oh dear God, yes we have better armor here. Well, nice of them to give us the stuff now, I guess. Master Robe. We have an Earth Shield for Flick. And silver hats for everybody. Use everybody who can actually have one in their inventory. Well, yeah. I mean, I get it, but still, this is a really bizarre turn of events, I think. We haven't got the rest of that at the moment. This isn't it, by the way. This is just what we happen to have around. No shield. I like having the emblem of Flick, actually. He's still not leveled up enough to get himself level 4 weaponry, though. Which is a bit annoying. Tenga, though, goes up to Master Robe and Silver Hat. And a Silver Hat for luck as well. Right. We can sell off stuff. Headgear. Sell off that. Sell off the Chaos Shield. Sell off... Oh, let's just sell off Mega Medicine Flick. That'll at least give us some inventory space. Magic Robe. Headgear. And headgear. Alright, so everybody's got what I assume is going to be similar to the Water Rune effect, so 5 hit point healing, I guess. Guard Rings we already kind of have. Cape of Darkness is only plus 13, so that's fine. People who have additional benefits, I think it's because they've got... I think in this case he's got a Gauntlet, so he can replace that. How long has he had that Gauntlet? I've just never bothered replacing it. So I assumed it was somewhat useful. It's clearly not. It's not even worth saying. Alright, fine. So we've equipped up there. We don't have any runes we need to attach at this point. This is weird. Can we rest up? Oh, we can't even rest up. What's the point of that? We're going to get our items appraised. We can actually go home. Actually, our house would be a reasonable place to go at this point. Just for lols. Oh, actually, that wasn't it. It's this... Which one's our house? Actually, I think it is that one. I'm sure... yeah, I'm sure it's that one. Anyway. Let's continue on. How have you been, Tir? I remember now. You don't want to let us go when we were disguised as the forces of Quada. Yes, and I believe your name was Schaltheim Reinbach III. What do you want? Please let us pass. I can't. I'm an Imperial general. The Imperial army is virtually finished. Please let us through. I owe you one and I would hate to harm you. Even if the Imperial army is defeated, I cannot betray Emperor Barbarossa. If I, Ungade, betrayed him, who will he have left? Master Tir, if you insist on going any further, you will have to do so over my dead body. Okay, normal combat. I thought this was going to be a duel. Well, attack, attack, attack. We're going to go for the shredding because we might as well. Let's go attack and... Okay, so we do have a few things here. We'll go Fog of Deception on the basis it might do something. Also, Victor's not fully healed. What the heck? What does Fog of Deception do in this instance? Not sure. It might not have done anything. Alright, so Victor, you can use a medicine on yourself. Keep the shreddings up. Attack, attack. Darn it, Gremio! Stop dying. Alright, attack, attack, attack. Actually, I suppose we can get Bear Rune. Clone Rune, rather. Attack, attack. Use another shredding. I want to save all my area effect spells. And make a medicine on yourself. Yeah, so the healing is literally an extra 5, which is the same as 1 Water Piece Rune. Doesn't mean our main character heals 30 hit points a turn now, but... Unfortunately, 30 hit points is not amazing. It's not bad, certainly, but it's not amazing. Oh. Well, poor Gremio. Poor Gremio. Alright, I don't think Deadly Fingerships or anything like that is going to work on him, so that's fine. You can defend, attack. Let's go for a Shining Wind because we need some healing, and we will... You want me to attack, I guess. Healing, damage, and dodged. Alright. Yeah, so Gremio will be fine once we level up. But for now... More shredding, attack. Well, he's taking a lot of damage. There we go. Emperor Barbarossa, I shall go ahead. No, this is wrong. Yes, he was wrong. But it's just as some things can't be right and useless. Some things can be right and useless at the same time. Can something be wrong and priceless? Well, first off, we need to... I actually love that quiet Gregminster theme going on in the background. No idea how much I love that. Anyway. Let us enter. Hello! We were here a while back. This chest wasn't, I don't think. Also, neither were these phantoms. Why are there phantoms here? Well, let's deal with it. Yeah, so there's probably an argument I should have taken Kai with us here rather than Gremio, but, you know. I don't think any of the enemies in this dungeon are actually a problem for us, but hey. Earth Boots. How good are Earth Boots, do we think? Not just this flat defense of 18, so that's better than some things. Fortunately, our Power Gloves and our Crimson Cape, I think, are superior to that. So let's go... hand those over to, I guess, Flick. Largely because it's an increase over the guard ring, and he actually has a slightly lowered thing because he's got an emblem to power up his magic. Windspun armor. Yeah, all these unique items that we are only going to have for a very brief amount of time. Nobody can use that. Perfect. So it's a specific character armor then. Three of them. Okay, this might require a little more effort here, so we're going to cast Hell. Doesn't work on bosses anyway, so... At least I don't think it works on bosses. It might do damage against bosses. Might test that in a bit. But for now, encounter is done, and experience points are gained, and this will get Gremio a chance to actually get some decent levels. More Earth Boots. Well, plenty of opportunity to get some stuff, at least. Ah! Imperial soldiers. Imperial soldiers, I introduce you to Hell. With the rune that I'm supposed to not use. And we gain a Mega Medicine. Okay, Mega Medicine's useful. Nothing over here. Nothing in the office. Okay. Well, let's keep going then. More Hell. I want to take my judgments for the actual bosses in a bit, but Hell works for now. I've mentioned this before as I've gone through the Let's Play, but having the main character with the main group healing is, generally speaking, a far better use of a main character, or at least a useful piece in combat, than having one who can just win battles instantly, in my opinion. Also, that is a Colossus back there. It needs to go to Hell as well. So, level 58 for various people. Looks like Victor's going to be our highest level person at this point, assuming the main character doesn't count for that. Short of random mathematics for things. Anyway, to the throne room. Not there. But this is why we go this way. Alright, one last use of hell then. Unless this dungeon goes on a while, though I don't know. We'll find out. Most of the dungeons in this game have gone on for way too long. If this is just literally the starting area, then we will be ending the video at this time. Which I guess, given that I'm already at this point, I would do anyway, but you know. Alright, Gregminster is level 55. Aha! Extension to the dungeon. I knew this was going to be a proper dungeon. Okay. Just the one Colossus. Well, deadly fingertips. And now that everybody's leveled up enough, we don't necessarily have to... We've run out of hells, but, you know, we should be fine to deal with the combats now. Alright. Alright, so no more hells. This is a shame. However, not a massive one, because I'm fairly sure we can still definitely do this with just what we got here. After we cast Storm. Storm will work. Luck has so many magic slots, this is probably fine. Insta-death. And another Mega Medicine. Have we actually got anybody wounded or... Nope. Inflict still has not got his final level spell. I'm not sure he'll get it until we rest admittingly, but... Storm. Don't think so. We're actually able to deal with him without him, I guess. Alright, level 58 for various people. Moving up and on. More soldiers! Well, let's save some of Luck's attacks and let's go for an earthquake. That's not an earthquake, that's just throwing rocks at people. Well, you are doing more damage than Luck. Actually, I need to compare magic stats here. So your magic is... Oh, passed by too quickly. No, Luck's magic is definitely higher, but I guess that only affects the number of spell slots rather than necessarily the power, although that might, again, be affinity related. And again, I still haven't looked up whether that's actually a thing in this game. I know it isn't 2, but... Alright, you have 5 storms, 4 shining winds... 5 earthquakes left. Alright, let's just attack. We've got things that we can do if things happen, so let's go for it. Oh, and now we don't get the critical hits. Well, this is why we have healing hats. Free will. Nicely done. We're gonna have maximum money by the time we end this game. Alright, I think this time we are gonna... No, actually, that's... Deadly thing. Actually, no. You know what we can do? We can Black Shadow. Fairly certain Black Shadow plus attacks are going to be enough to kill anything here, so... Oh, maybe not. Close though, I think. Okay, what is along here? Well, that is door and stuff. We can go back and find some loot, but also 5 of you now. Starting to build them up. We can't have that. Ball of lightning only hits 1. Rainstorm does, but I don't think Rainstorm does enough damage. It's not storm levels of things. I suppose Luck is the other one as well, and he will be using that more for healing, I guess. guess the question is whether there's going to be a restroom before we actually get there. Which, actually, come to it, might be the other way. Yeah, let's get back. See if there is a resting area back here. No. It would be like this game to hide one away in the impossibly long dungeon. Wait, we have to refight you? Oh, alright, we wasted the spell slot for nothing. Alright, we will go Rainstorm this time. Defend, attack, attack. Really not doing a lot. Okay, that was probably a waste. I mean, I guess now Black Shadow makes sense, but we'll keep using Flick's attacks because why not? Rainstorm. Alright, rather than have that happen again, also Vela's Vix is about half health. We are going to use another storm here, I think. So Lux still has 7 area of effect attacks available. Tenga has 4. And we've got all our lower level stuff if we need them anyway. And hey, level 59. Ah, gauntlet of soldiers. Will you never end? Yeah. Alright, it's down to 6, but this is more than enough. Okay, let's actually use one of your Mega Medicines, since we are stocking these up at the moment. Everybody else is fine. Alright, let's go with this. Let's actually use this, use that. See how this goes. Will their magics combined be enough? Yes. Alright, so we've got that option to clear things out without using up our higher level spells. More encounters? Soldiers? Nope. 1 Colossus, however. Enjoy the underworld! But I wanted to go up here. Oh well. Yeah, I might as well use this since it worked. I mean, Flick does have some spot attacks as well. All these other magics do damage to one opponent, so it could be useful later. But whichever way this goes, mostly our magics keep us very much safe until we get to the boss area. Probably there aren't too many more of these, I guess. Was there anything up here? A chest. A chest that contains a horned helmet. I'm fairly certain from the last one of these that only certain people can wear this, and none of them are here. Perfect. Alright, we're now able to let you go, so I'm not going to waste time fighting you. Because along this doorway, we have a door. And within the door, we find things that we're going to let go. But we also find the way up. Okay, we are going to check the other passageway as well to make sure there's nothing we are missing here. We're actually strong enough to let you go, so we're going to do that as well. Aha! A power ring and also a save point. So this might be the last save that we make for this game. Therefore, we will put it there. So level 59 in Gregminster. Which, yeah, so we have Tenga, Victor, and Tir at level 59. So that's fine. Either one of those is reasonable. Probably we prefer Tenga to have bonus levels than Victor, I guess, but hey. Let go. Let's head up and see what the final battle of the game has in store for us. These side doors, or are they just decorative? They're just decorative. They did not have a lot of imagination when they designed this bit of the castle. And here we are. Tir, commander of the Liberation Army. Thank you for coming this far. Look at this garden. A beautiful place full of flowers and bloom. This is the end. It is all that remains of my empire. Tir, I shall protect my empire with my own hands. Dragon King's sword, give me power. And he has turned into a three-headed dragon. Or three-headed hydra, I suppose. Still, it was a King Dragon sword, so it probably should be. Alright, Judgment. Interestingly, I thought this affected everybody, but fine. We're going to go Judgment, Middle, Hydra. I don't actually remember this combat, so we're going to experiment here a little bit. Lightning Ball on the third. And this is going to be something weird, like only one of them is affected by certain things. Storm. Earthquake. I'm deliberately not using higher level magics with these two because I don't want to combine them, I guess. Fog detection. We'll see if that is going to make a difference to anything. That's Judgment on the first one. $1,579. I'm doing that 600. Earthquake doing a bunch more. Clone Rune and whatever this is going to do. Right, so the third head heals. Therefore, we're going to target that one. Nothing I really do with you. Another storm. Another earthquake. And I guess we attack the third one. But yeah, we're attacking the one that's healing. On the basis that probably makes the most sense. He's just immune to, oh. We've been burninated. Well, we're not in terrible shape right now, but... Clone Rune. Ball Lightning. I guess we go Shining Wind here because I want to keep up the attack. About 309, 70, 80 each, which is about what I do normal hits anyway, so it's worth using those. Right, you heal, you take 600. More rocks. We appear to have been trapped in some rocks. This stung a little. Black Shadow. Actually, rather than defend, you can go and use a Mega Medicine on Tir because we want to be sure of things. Raging Blow. I think we're probably at the point where you want to attack rather than do that, actually. Shredding. Earthquake. Keep on the attack on Hydra number 3. Okay, it is immune to wind, it's just not taking damage, or at least the numbers are not appearing, so... No, we have been lightnings, but that means we're going to use more things. Black Shadow. Flame Rune. Oh, that's Raging Blow. See if that does more damage than we're expecting. Shining Wind. Last Earthquake. Attack. Alright, 330 is not terrible. I'm going to save Luck's additional uses of this though for when we are damaged, but one down. As mentioned, that was the one that was doing healing. They might all do healing, who knows, but still. Alright, we're down to Deadly Fingertips, so we are on the attack then. Defend. Raging Blow. We'll go for the Shredding at the moment. We'll save one more just in case. Guardian of Earth will call forth and attack. We have also Judgmented that one, so that, yeah, that had taken a fair bit of damage from us just doing other things. Still. Alright, middle one's immune to lightning. However, nothing appears to be immune to rocks, and this is... I'm assuming defense boost. It's got to have done something good. I'd hope. I think 140 from that. Yeah, that's a defense boost. No idea how long it lasts, because the game won't tell me these things. Clone Room attacks if their lightning doesn't work. We can keep using the Shredding. Voice of Earth. See if that does anything to you. So we can do, as I say, the UI does tell you what the spells do half the time, which is nice. We could go for another level 4 Unite attack with Wind and Earth, but I think we worked out they didn't do a lot last time. Okay, that is just an Earth attack. Fine. It's probably not doing more than she'd do normally, but doesn't matter. Removed 3 heads, which means we should now have to fight 6 heads. You know, mythology. Whoa. Your Highness. Cousin. You've changed, Your Highness. Why? We believed in you. Cousin, I've missed you. And I miss those days we fought together. You were deceived by that woman, by Windy. Barbarossa, what happened? You lost? The Golden Emperor indeed. And you call yourselves the Golden Emperor. For shame. How dare you insult His Highness? Don't be silly. Your Highness! Now it's your turn, Tir. This empire is dead, but I'll still take your soul eater. Give it to me.
Why do you reject me, Soul Eater? You control life and death, and eat souls. I am your ideal host. Together we let us take revenge on this cursed world. Even you reject me, Soul Eater? Even the most cursed rune refuses me.
That's enough, Windy. Stop it.
What are you doing? I'll destroy you with my magic.
It's no use, Windy. The rune on my Dragon King's sword, the Sovereign Rune, is protected against any form of magic. Even the rune of the gate.
But with the Black Rune, you were...
I lied.
What do you plan to do, Barbarossa?
I loved you.
Liar. You loved my resemblance to Claudia.
That's not true. I wanted to erase the sadness that lies hidden deep in your eyes. The sadness of one who cannot accept others. I loved you, but that was a mistake. It was my own mistake, but it cannot be forgiven.
Please stop it, Barbarossa.
As a result of my mistake, I lost my empire. Tir, what kind of land will you create instead?
Emperor Barbarossa. Emperor?
Your Highness! Farewell. The Emperor. And the end of the Empire. I don't think this palace will hold much longer because the Emperor's around. I suppose if the Sovereign Rune is literally in the part of the palace, then maybe, but this is... You don't want to come with us? I mean, up to you, but fine. Run away! More run away! There's no ticking clock or anything, it's just going to keep playing ominous music until we decide to leave her. We're not going to fight you, have you realised what's going on here? Yeah. There's Liberation Army, don't let them escape alive! I'll stall them, you go on ahead. Don't be ridiculous, Victor. Tir, this country still needs you. But me, once the war's over, I'm useless. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you. Flick, take care of Tir. I'll take care of Tir. Let's go, leader. Let him do what he wants. Now you face Bear! Go. We've got luck in the front row. Yeah, I suppose it makes sense. We did level up his weapon as well. Be careful. You say be careful. You were shot once in that direction. You haven't dealt with whoever's shooting you, and you just turn your back on it. Yeah, you were chosen by Odessa to rebuild this country. Can't let her get killed here, or else Odessa will be furious with me when I see her again up there. Go, Tir. Fulfill Odessa's dream. Hurry. Say life, Flick. It's a bit too early to see Odessa again. Our reunion can wait until I become a better man. Meanwhile, I've been shot about 6 times, because that's what would normally have happened here. Where's Tir? He's gone ahead. Now we can play to our heart's content, while still being shot at by that one archer who has spent an age reloading that crossbow. Yeah, too bad I have to fight alongside you. But hey, I've got this cool idea for a unite attack. Tir has escaped this way. We must avenge the Emperor for reasons. How do we know he's dead? Let's go, Star Dragon Sword. You sure know how to treat a man. If you name my sword Odessa, I won't let you pass. a good thing we'll rebuild that castle in the exact same shape for Suikoden 2. Look, we won! We won! The Empire is destroyed.
We did it. We did it, Sylvania. Kirkus. And then did it last, Master Tir.
Our Empire has been destroyed.
Look, Tenga, we won! We defeated the Empire! Don't pull me like that. Sorry. Black is avenged, I guess.
It's over. Hey, old man, aren't you lucky to see all this before kicking the bucket?
Stop calling me old man!
Those voices. Have we won? Yes, undoubtedly.
I see. Master Luican, I despise war. I have always felt that to take a life of another, for whatever reason, was wrong. And yet I became a military strategist and took many lives. Did I do the right thing? Perhaps I should have remained in that village, fishing in my idle moments until my death.
Master Matthew, I answer to that.
Are you asleep now, Master Matthew? You may rest in peace. You have accomplished so much in your life.
Here we go. The music cuts were annoying there, but hey. Tir became the president of the Toran Republic, and the Pond returns to Kuan with his family and lives in peace. Oh god, this is going to go a bit too fast for me, but fine. We'll leave it as is then. So that is Suikoden. And I've griped about the game a little bit, but it's still a good game. It is still classic of the RPG genre, but as you will see when we move on to the next phase of this Suikoden 1 to 5 Let's Play, it will be eclipsed by what is to follow. So I'm going to leave you with this until we are through with it. See you in a moment. It occurs to me, just as a aside, looking through half of these, is that the Suikoden 2 ones were a lot more detailed. I don't know whether that's because I'm more attached to the characters in that game, or whether they had more investment on a first playthrough, but a lot of these characters and the return things, I mean, Marco I've seen it about twice throughout the game at this point, and I didn't do a lot of exploration of the castle in fairness, which again is a slight flaw in its design, but it doesn't feel as if the series of events has affected a lot of the characters in this game. A lot of them have basically gone return to what they're doing, are still doing things. Vicky's always a fun one. We'll see Vicky again. Yeah, returns to the village of the elves, returned home and claimed inheritance, leaves home, adventure. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what she was kind of doing anyway, at least hunting down Jippo. I don't know, maybe there was slightly more detail than Suikoden 2. I don't remember too much. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Biography of Matthew, you say? Village Chief of Cobalt! And #1 warrior of Cobalt. You can't do worse than the giant safe that was already there, let's be honest about that, Rock. Gaspar, you spent... You we are attached to because you are responsible for bankrolling the entirety of the war. You owe us a lot of money. We kind of did that as we entered, but hey. And now the credits, as they are. And I will take my leave here. So, next time we will begin Suikoden 2. I'm still uncertain how I want to play that game, because I'm debating a challenge run with it. Maybe I might do a speed run style thing, although admittedly that leaves out the fun of me reading voices and things, which, you know, is a thing. I did do a kind of speedrun start on a stream a long while back. I think I got to about 6-7 episodes in, so maybe about 10 hours into the game, I reckon. So maybe I go for speed, maybe I go and just try and make sure I pick up at least shown in a video. Because there are a few things. There are obviously alternate characters which wouldn't be part of the 108, so I don't know if I want to do it on that basis or whether I should stick with a 108 run, or whether I go for the other monsters that are around and not have the 108 true ending. My other options are to do sort of a challenge run, but I'll have to think up rules for that, and we'll come up with something for that, I guess. We can certainly use different combat characters, or at least combat characters I don't typically use. We'll see, though. We'll even just see how we feel, in all honesty. But if you have any suggestions, ideas, let me know, and I will consider them. We do, however, have to do the Clyde Elza thing, because that was the one thing I missed from my last Let's Play, was just the resolution of the Clyde Elza thing. You're on a clock with that all the way through the game, but it should be fast enough. Maybe I will do it without the Matilda trick as well, because Matilda trick is a bit of a speed boost, but it might be too severe of one, who knows. We definitely are doing the cook-off stuff again. Oh dear god, we're doing the cook-off stuff again. Yeah, the minigames in 2 are far superior to 1. That's another slight bit of superiority there. Darn card matching. Curse you. Anyway. I'm General Twitch 12. This was Suikoden. I will see you next time. We see you walking at the top of the screen there, whoever you are. The end.